claustrophobic mind, and I am not the vagrant kind.
We are live from the city of brotherly love, and I definitely love the brothers and sisters about to do battle tonight. I am Mike Mann, joined as always with Buckley Swantoon.
Thank you so much, Mike. Glad to be back on the East Coast, and we're dealing with the fallout from the Fauci surprise ladder matches, and tonight we have on commentary with us, give it up for Turd Tahoe.
It's a pleasure for old Turd to be here with you guys today, trying to bring some of the expertise from the Tahoe Championship Wrestling in the Southeast.
It's truly an honor, Turd. I've been a big fan of yours.
I know you have.
He has a pedigree in feces and violence, and we're not going to bullshit you tonight. We are here to deliver that hot action.
Stick around.
Greatest guy at wrestling in the history of our great sport here. I lost. I lost a match that had a bird. I lost a match that had a magician that can't even cast a cure spell. I lost a match with a QVC whoop-ass salesman. And I lost that match to a rodent Voltron. You didn't lose. Not a wrestling match. Is this what you want, QAW? Do you want ridiculous gimmicks? Is wrestling not good enough for you? It wasn't a wrestling match. It was a ladder climbing contest. Okay. Here's a ridiculous gimmick for you. I'm going to go to the ring and I'm going to issue an open challenge for a wrestling match with one of the cartoon characters from the Fauci surprise ladder match. I don't care which one of you it is. A wrestling match. Because I'm not great at cleaning gutters. I'm great at wrestling.
Oh man, you're only in your second week in QAW and already you've run into your class clown. Thursday, you step into my classroom, and in my classroom, the teacher is Fear. He's going to be teaching from the Chaos curriculum this Thursday, and that curriculum includes pain, suffering, madness, and class isn't dismissed until I say so. I'll see you in detention.
The clown has a lot to learn, and I'm going to be the one who teaches him this week. Never tolerated class clowns, not now, not ever. Taught so many classes, though. So many, both in life, also in the after. Never mind. Story for another day. Math, taught it. Geography, taught it. Theater, taught it. Science, taught it. Espanol, lo encino. Failure is a lesson I don't need to teach the clown, but I'm still gonna make him repeat the grade. Our opening contest, one of our hottest new additions here in QAW, Education, taking on the Clown with his extracurricular buddies, the Nightmare Gentlemen.
Yeah, it seems like even after they suffered that loss last week to Jacques the Lock LaRue and the Clone Bros, this trio might be sticking around for a while. But again, like you said, Education, very impressive debut last week, putting down Rick Canavan with authority, the kind of authority a teacher has.
Yeah, back when I was in Gulf Coast Championship Wrestling, we had a guy whose whole thing was he taught you stuff, but also was a wrestler. We called him Teaching Wrestler.
Teaching
Groundbreaking stuff.
Teaching Wrestler. The Education very well might have been inspired by that as well. And you can't deny the list of high flyers in QAW just grows with these impressive moves from Education that we saw last week.
Certainly did. Who can say what type of violent physical horrors he is about to unearth from that knapsack of pain?
It's a handsome leather bag, the kind that we used to bring out for championships that we had not yet revealed down in Tahoe Championship Wrestling.
Now, like Turd, are you seeing some kind of similarity in styles from our QAW roster to what you saw down there?
Well, there's no real comparison. Back in Tahoe Championship Wrestling, there was a lot of literal alligators that we had because we did not have a full roster of wrestlers. I don't see anybody using alligator style yet, but the night is young.
We have seen some individuals leveraging moves like gator rolls. I believe Steve Delfino comes to mind.
What is? We're seeing a new kind of.
I have to tell you, I'm uncomfortable.
It's a more sinister theme we're hearing. It's not the typical quiet on the set we're used to hearing echoed through the speakers as the Clown's making his entrance.
Bit of a hush over the crowd, a chill creeping up my spine.
Free hugs from the Clown.
Oh my God, wearing the shirt of the recently deceased DJB, the Clown seems to have taken on some kind of, it's almost like he's fused with the spirit of DJB.
Go ahead.
We did have back at Grand Canyon National Park Wrestling, we had a guy called the Serial Killer, and what he would do is literally murder people and then wear some of their stuff, which is also something that real serial killers did.
Yeah, it sounds like you just had a murderer on your roster.
We'd like to extend our condolences to Grand Canyon City Wrestling, who did recently have to shutter due to what police described as not having enough money.
It was a good organization.
I mean, Jesus, I don't know if I have enough courage to witness this new Clown. We're seeing a bit more of a, I don't know, some kind of evil presence from him. He almost seeming more animalistic, more demonic in a way.
Certainly, and you have to think by maiming the carcass of the now deceased DJB and adding it to his personage, will he channel the very spirit of DJB as well? He will!
Look at it! Look at it go! Channeling some of that holy gas from the Reverend, perhaps.
Perhaps. I mean, you saw the entire light in the stadium change from red to white. It could be that the tortured soul and spirit of DJB is trapped within the Clown now.
I knew a wrestler once who was the red and white. He was 2/3 American, was his whole thing.
What was the other third?
European.
Okay.
We'd like to thank our sponsor this week, Fancestry.com. If you'd like to understand your fictional origins, go ahead and send a spittoon full of spit to Fancestry's website.
That's what I think our other sponsor, the European Union. We may not be allowed to go there, but they are still a big fan of QAW.
They've put a moratorium on anybody from the United States of America being able to visit, but not from our entertainment, infecting their brain canal.
Now, I do know someone with a very large fan boat that could snuggle you in.
snuggle us in.
You may think I meant to say smuggle, but no, he is a very affectionate fan boat driver.
Willard Wilford kicks off this action as the clown backs up Education into the corner.
Now we're gonna
And
have to see-
Wilford, certainly not a fan or a fan boat of this early stalling.
Doesn't seem that way. We're gonna have to see what kind of approach the clown takes to. He's gonna have to ground Education if he hopes to have any chance against him, if you ask me.
We were speculating before this match, will it be the clown's first ever victory here in QAW, as he is winless in one-on-one encounters, and Education being very patient with this grown man acting out.
Well,
He
Eddie
reverses a slap.
Eddie is still new. I mean, he picked up that solid victory over Rhett Canavan last week, but you can't account. The clown has certainly been in more matches than Eddie, that's for sure. But he's going up to the top.
And
Now, that is a classic mistake that you see a lot, is jumping not as far as you can go.
It really is. The clown took a bit of a chance there. Oh, cover.
one. Kick out at one, as is QAW tradition. And now getting Irish whipped into the corner. A back elbow there from Education, scoops up the clown and slams him down with a Michinoku driver.
Again, I'm a big fan of this new guy, Education. He may be a substitute teacher, but he looks to be more of a permanent fixture in QAW going forward.
Yes, much like a fern that's put its roots down in your family room, Eddie has become a strong fixture here in QAW already.
Absolutely.
I can tell you what's also strong is those very smart cargo paints. You can fit all kinds of things in those pockets. A set of brass knuckles, a spray paint can of you can't see, and also a list of moves to do if you've just forgotten what you can do in a wrestling match.
I mean, I wouldn't put it above Education to have detailed notes on this matchup, and I also wouldn't put it above the clown to just be completely flying off the seat of his new pants, but he's going up to the top there.
Oh, he flies right into Education's midsection. Nope, not even a one count, as we see Chair has entered the ring.
It looks like perhaps Gentleman Doug or Fear itself threw Chair in there. Is Clown going to sacrifice a victory here just to, well, lay him out?
Well, as we noted earlier, the clown is still winless here in QAW, has yet to pick up a pinfall or submission victory, and he would be disqualified if he were to utilize Chair.
But we also know the amount of mental damage he's taken on the roster as a whole. I mean, putting Diamond David... Oh my... Wait! Wilfred's distracted by Fear itself!
Fear itself distracting as... Oh, Chair getting sandwiched in the corner and got buried into the ribs of Education.
Oh my god! He snuck that one in there. That was brilliant.
It's what we used to call back in the Tahoe Championship Wrestling bound in Tampa cheating.
I mean, it wasn't seen by Wilfred. Now he's back up to the top.
Oh, Frog Splash gets countered by double knees there by Education. The second splash of the night not paying off there for the clown. Eddie now, sets him up. What does he have in store for him? Taking to the middle rope. Oh,
Now,
buries a
you gotta-
balled up fist.
Gotta appreciate that he took the time to admire his fist. Not a lot of wrestlers know that punches hurt more if you stare at your fist for a while first.
They absolutely do, and you also reverse all of the finishing move damage back on your opponent when you get your knees up like that. But now we're seeing this from last week, the Torpedo DDT.
Torpedo DDT using his own momentum to propel the clown's head right into the other half of the ice cream sandwich on the outside.
Yes, absolutely.
Education gets whipped back into the ring by the clown. Resplendent there in those cargo paints. We would like to point out that the Bumblin' Strip Mall has a brand new fashion outlet that sells exclusively cargo paints.
I should give me some new cargo paints. I got a hole in my cargo paints, and some of the checks that I need to cut to my wrestlers has fallen out of it. They will get their checks later.
I mean, we saw a very... the clown seeming to expand his moveset a bit there. That springboard front dropkick connecting, but now Education even suffering that chair shot to the ribs. He is not out of it just yet.
He's battling through. He wants to make his record a perfect 2-0. He definitely has perfect attendance in matches. Let's see if he'll have a perfect victory record. Now getting his neck cranked by the clown.
You know, he's looking for a better award trophy than most improved. He wants to be the MVP.
It was smart of this clown to go after Eddie Cation's head. He's certainly full of book learning, and by twisting his head around like that, he could shake some of the book learning out his ear.
Absolutely.
Certainly could, and he won't be shaking any branches in the creative control tree. As we know now, Shakes has rebranded himself as Jacques the Lock LaRue. Cover here. 1. Oh, just a 1 count still.
We saw Jacques LaRue seems to have been able to finally overcome the power of the Shakes mask and go back to his true self. But now Clown going up to the top again.
3rd time, not a charm. The frog has been derailed once more. Eddie Cation hoists him up. Beautiful vertical suplex. Turd, go ahead.
I just was saying, we used to have a guy who would jump off and hit people's knees a lot, and we do not have him anymore. He has hurt ribs.
As you would expect from a man who made a profession jumping into the patella bones of his opponents, and whoa! Eddie
We
Cation
called him Patella Pete!
There you go.
Patella Pete, you're in our thoughts.
R.I.P. Patella Pete, or if he's not dead, I hope he's resting peacefully somewhere.
Eddie Cation with rolling elbows here takes down the Clown. 1, 2. No, Clown out at 2. More of those elbows bouncing off of the long and bony septum there of the Clown.
We're seeing the Gentleman of Fear just stoically looking on after throwing chair in there for that. Oh, what is this?
Reverse DDT elevates Eddie Cation up and down.
Something else.
1, 2, 3. No, almost a 3 count, but Eddie
Thought
Cation
for sure he had him.
He calls that the last laugh. That almost secured the Clown's first victory, but now the Clown focusing himself.
Now, I don't know why you would call a move the last laugh. That implies that you won't have another one. That's all you got in your tank, and that's what's bearing itself out as Eddie Cation. Oh, never mind, Turd spoke too soon.
Knee there, reverses Eddie's suplex. Running D-Lo powerbomb there. Eddie Cation, pops right back up.
Oh, he's right. Eddie Cation's starting to feel himself. He needs to mount. Oh, look at this. Looking to hit the Clown with the borrowed lesson plan.
He borrowed it from Rainbow Brittles, and it is effective as the Clown now trying to scramble back to his feet. Eddie Cation distracted by the Nightmare Gentleman. Gets a forearm to the chin.
That right there, he wasn't able to get that cover. He let Gentleman Doug get in his face there and distract him. That could have cost him something, but now the Clown's in a trance.
Well, he's dancing in the corner, it looks like, doing one of the moonable walks.
Moonable walks.
Gets sent into another corner where the gravity doesn't seem to be quite as intense. Sends Eddie Cation in. Straight right hand right to the forehead and reverse with a boot.
We normally attribute those corner gravity wells to Devlin's Advocate, but we've seen a lot of with the time skips and everything, and some intergalactic hijinks going on. Who knows what laws of physics are being broken inside that ring? And what is this?
The Clown is teleported behind Eddie Cation. German suplex takes him down.
Speaking of rifts in the space-time continuum, what did happen to my beer?
Oh my God! But now the Clown going up, hitting the trapeze accident.
1, 2. No, Eddie Cation out again. It would appear that Tahoe's beer has teleported down his gullet.
Oh, is that where it went?
Yeah.
Well, that's convenient for old Turd, at least.
Uh-oh, looks
oh
like
my goodness.
Cation might be getting a year older.
As the Clown still wants to wish him the happy birthday.
Oh, blows out the candles on that penis cake. Cover. 1, 2, 3.
There is no recovering from a kick to the nuts.
Oh my God, Gentleman Doug even looks shocked. The Clown picking up his first victory in Quarantine Action Wrestling over Eddie Cation. My God.
The reinvigorated Clown finally picking up his first victory at the expense of Eddie Cation.
Congratulations to this young man on a great victory and possibly having shorter matches in the future by not trying to jump from the top turnbuckle.
Whatever new powers that the clown seems to have picked up, some kind of physics law breaking, supernatural channeling, dead comedian summoning abilities. This is a new clown, ladies and gentlemen.
It certainly is. He went to the well 3 times too often, but twice successfully, and anyone in comedy can tell you the rule of 5s always pays off.
Rule of 5s, and we got at least more than 5 matches coming up. Don't leave, please.
Boston's biggest bad boy, James Maloney. You got the New England Heritage title in lock. There's one thing Jacques LaRue knows. It's locks. Hammer locks, wrist locks, ankle locks, leg locks. If I slap you into a lock, you aren't getting out. And I'm walking out with that New England Heritage title. So I challenge you. I don't have the status yet to challenge you for a title shot. But I challenge you to a non-title match. There's a pandemic coming up soon. Because I want to show you what Jacques the Lock LaRue can do. It's been a while since I've had a one-on-one encounter in the ring. And Shakes took me over. That was something different. Something strange. But Jacques LaRue is back. And Jacques LaRue is ready to take his rightful spot amongst the QAW roster. If you don't like it, too bad is what you're going to say, right? You're going to say, too bad. Read the room. James Maloney, you're done.
QAW. It's your favorite doctor. And I'm proud to say that I'm also the newest and greatest part of the best group of wrestlers, the Generation. Now we are a new dynasty, an era, if you will. And as part of that dynasty, my job is to tag up with Boston's biggest bad boy, James Maloney, and take home that tag team championship. Now, I'm surprised. The Falcon is suddenly upset because James and I decided to send a little message to that weird magician manager of yours. So now you want to take me on. And it's just interesting how quickly your memory has faded. When you came in with that grotesquely broken arm, wing, whatever the hell that is. And I fixed it for you, and I said, you owe me one, man. And now you're coming after me because I shoved your stupid little manager. Well, bring it on, Falcon. Because the doctor's seeing patients in the ring.
Perfect. And now the Doctor making another house call as he looks to square off with the Falcon after he had brutalized Max Lone the Magnificent last week with the help of Boston's biggest bad boy.
It's always a shame to see a party magician get hurt the way that he was, but doctors are inherently violent people.
We're certainly finding more and more out as far as the rashes of violence that break out all over the body of the Doctor as he looks to make his spine-tingling entrance.
We start in the dark a lot here in QAW.
We certainly do. We're all about aesthetics here in QAW. And speaking of aesthetics, like as we mentioned last time, this new, monstrous, mindless, monstrous visage about Boston's biggest bad boy, James Maloney. I mean, this subset of the generation Malpractice, they've made clear that they're coming for the tag team championships held by Jungle Magic, and with this new bad boy under seemingly some kind of command by the Doctor, I'm not sure what can stop him.
Aesthetics certainly impressive as James Maloney is wearing the New England Heritage States Championship that looks like it was constructed and illustrated at a child's youth camp.
Now, the New England States Heritage Championship did make a quick run over at Faneuil Hall Wrestling Alliance shortly. The champion at the time was a racist Red Sox fan. That was his whole thing, is that he was a Red Sox fan who was racist. He didn't last long either.
I'm not surprised. But, I mean, we saw just before this, the Doctor seemingly claiming that he is the one who repaired the Falcon's broken arm after that horrible injury that he suffered a while back, but the Falcon saying that Maxilon enchanted it and healed it with that kind of magic. So who knows what the truth is anymore?
That's a lot of he said, Falcon said, and
classic.
Science versus magic. What do you believe in? Old Turd believes in a little of both.
do you believe in magic? Because these three men are bringing the jungle.
Wow, they made a bigger version of the belt for a beautiful beast to fit, and Maxilon taking that loss in the ladder match last week, but looking spry as ever, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jungle Magic.
Impressive that Maxilon's even upright after competing twice last week, successfully earning entry into the ladder match and then putting in a respectable effort, if not successful.
And also, like you said before, suffering that backstage beatdown from Malpractice. Maxilon clearly he had to pull off some kind of healing magic to make sure that he's here, but let's hope that the Falcon has some enchantments on him to pick up victory here tonight.
And as you mentioned earlier, the Doctor's resume reading as a veritable who's who in QAW of championship material. He was able to engineer the arm of Wellington Arms, our QAW men's champion. He was able to reformat the being of Boston's biggest bad boy, our now New England Heritage States champion, and claims to be responsible for the arm health of the Falcon, one half of the tag champions. Here we go. Falcon immediately taken to the top rope.
Hold.
Just like a bird to try and go flying, and he did. Nope.
not a successful start there, but you can't blame the bold actions of the Falcon. He is a Falcon after all.
He's looking to start fast and... oh. Wow! Gets driven hard into the mat with a reverse DDT driver from the Doctor. And now the arm drag, impressive right from the canvas, and now slaps the Doctor across the face. Ooh, flying dropkick hits the mark.
The Falcon, another one of those high flyers. Bit contrast of styles here. Falcon known to be a bit more wild, and the Doctor attacking with surgical precision. We'll have to see which style comes out on top.
Certainly will, as a running dropkick finds its mark in the chest of the Falcon, as the Doctor now going to work on the spine, on those brittle bird bones of the Falcon. Falcon able to land a forearm there, Maxilon looking on concerned.
Now, Turd, I heard that you might have an appointment with the Doctor. Anything that you have to get checked out?
Oh, old Turd's got a whole bunch of bumps and bruises from his long and glorious career. I'm going to have this guy come in and fix my butt. I tried to do an Alabama slammer that one time, and it did not turn out well for old Turd. I just ruptured my whole butt.
You mean while trying to have an Alabama Slamma at Chili's?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Oh, impressive
If you
counter
go-
there from the Falcon.
If you enjoy what you're seeing here tonight, we are live. Oh, cover here. 1. Kick out at 1 from the Doctor. We're live here tonight on Twitch, as we are every Thursday at 8 o'clock, and we would like to thank our chain restaurant partner, Chili's, that streams QAW live in your booth if you happen to enjoy any triple dippers at Chili's.
You need your baby back wrestling? Chili's has got you covered.
I once had a wrestler, and his name was Chili, and his whole thing was that he was always cold and would demand that we turned the heat up. It was very annoying. It gets hot in a wrestling ring. Oh, what a kick.
The Doctor there kicking the Falcon down to size and then landing a back heel kick right in the resplendent beak of the visage of the Falcon, and now choking the life out of this poor bird.
We've seen that dark side of the Doctor come out on numerous occasions, and yeah, I mean, using these tactics has been an aggressive start. Oh, hitting him with a reflex check.
Checking the reflex of the Falcon, whose physiology may not operate the same way as a person's. Cover.
On the counterpoint,
2. Go ahead.
On the counterpoint, I do believe that his physiology is working just fine. He reacted to getting kicked by falling over, a very human thing to do.
Agreed.
Well, depending on medical science, you may think that humans and birds are genetically closer than you might say a beautiful beast and a human might be, but science be damned, looks like the Doctor's looking to fly like Superman. With his
Ooh.
feet!
Look at that wrecking ball drop kick. The Doctor's turning it up, baby. He's injecting with the dopamine. That's a medical thing, right?
It's on the inside of every medical pamphlet in every waiting room for a primary care's office. Inject them with the dopamine.
I remember they
Okay,
used
now-
to chant, inject him with the dopamine, over at Deep Midwest Championship Wrestling. I still don't know what it means.
How many wrestling promotions have you been with, Turd?
Oh, it's been a lot. I could count. Let's see, there was Wyoming
Beast
Valley.
in the flesh there.
My goodness. Oh,
The Falcon trying to bite open the forehead of the Doctor, who, jams up that very, very susceptible to damage wing.
And now Doctor going up. It looks like he might be trying to write him a prescription here. Ooh.
Oh! Elbow finds its mark. 1, 2. Oh, kick out right before 2. Willard Wilford on point in these two matches. Again, Ethan conspicuous by his absence.
Yeah, old Turd invented dropping elbows. We used to just jump on people all willy-nilly. And old Turd said, hey, why don't, instead of just falling on top of somebody, you put a pointy elbow on their head spot?
I don't know if I believe that, Turd, but we're starting to see the Doctor, I mean, he almost closing in on a victory there with that prescription. Falcon's hanging on by a wing.
Cover 1, 2. No! Kick out right before the count of 3 as that stun gun almost stunned the Falcon into a losing effort here tonight. Oh! Shoulder judo throw there. A Sotogari brings down the Doctor.
The Falcon's starting to feel himself.
Rightfully he should. Whoa! Ooh, spinning, rolling forearm there. One half of the QAW Men's Tag Team Champion now looking to fly once again.
He might be trying to put him away with the... Oh, no, beckoning him to his feet. What's he got in mind?
Tried for a Hurricane Rana, but gets running powerbombed. Too
But
close to the ropes, no count.
Jeez, the Doctor seems to be on point tonight. He's had an answer for almost everything the Falcon's thrown at him, and now putting him in that arm bar, he's got his back against the rope. He's no escape yet.
The Doctor unrelenting and trying to, damage the wings of the Falcon. Was able to fight that off. Maxilon willing him on.
Oh, Talons of Terror!
Talons of Terror splattering the Doctor. Cover. Wilford being distracted by Boston's biggest bad boy, though.
What the... Oh,
The
now
Falcon...
just setting him up for... If it doesn't work once, just do it again. The second Talons of Terror.
He is just going to town on the ample shoulders of the Doctor. Is this enough? Cover. 1, 2, 3, and the Falcon victorious.
Oof. There's disrespectful pinning him on the A like that.
It was. Jeez. having, being on a losing end seemingly for a while during that match, and then coming back with that double talons of terror, just completely reversing fortune for himself and picking up a victory. That's one half of the men's tag team champions there, folks.
Certainly is a winning effort from the Falcon, and we saw many elbows being dropped by the Doctor in this match. We would like to remind everyone who's grocery shopping, if you drop an elbow on any box of elbows, you will get a discount from the cashier.
Any grocery store anywhere, it's a rule here. It's look to QAW for more grocery store tricks.
And of course, we would like to encourage everyone, whether in your grocer's freezer or out on the street, as you often find them, to pick up some QAW Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, I got some of them QAW Dippin' Dots right around here somewhere. I might have put them. Hold on a sec, I'll go get them.
Well, while you go get them, we'll stick around here for tag team action coming up next.
Carrots. Cut something orange and you don't want to share it. Carrot. Throw away all your food and just eat some carrots. Carrot. Bunnies in the garden always try to steal them. Carrot. Take them to the kitchen, don't even peel them. Carrot. Gotta eat your carrots, they're super fucking good for you. Gotta eat your carrots, think of the nutritional value. Eat them with your hands, eat them from the land, eat them at a barbecue. Gotta eat your carrots, they're super fucking good for you. Gotta eat your carrots. Better eat your carrots. Yum 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 yum. Better eat your carrots. Gotta eat your carrots. Gotta eat your carrots, they're super fucking good for you. Gotta eat your carrots, think of the nutritional value. If you don't wanna die, eat your carrots. Carrots.
People of QAW, last Thursday, after I addressed you, my adoring fans, my Wellington army, I was viciously ambushed by a masked assailant. Knowing he could not defeat your champion in an actual match, he chose the coward's route and struck me from behind. I'm told by the doctor that had his baton struck me only 5 feet higher, I may not be here speaking to you now. Fellow wrestlers of QAW, this time the target was me. But in the future, know that it could be you. This aggression will not stand. I'm launching a full investigation into this devious act, and I will bring the perpetrators to justice. Yes, perpetrators. I'm certain this was not the work of a single man. For the good of this entire organization, I must devote all of my energy and resources into this investigation. Therefore, until further notice, I am suspending all in-ring participation on behalf of Wellington Arms. Regretfully, this will make me unavailable to partake in any match for my men's championship belt, something I regret deeply. That includes any matches prompted by the cashing in of a Fauci surprise. If you are involved in this criminal conspiracy, know that I will find you. I will hunt you down, and heads will roll.
Perfect.
And finally, I just want to thank you all, my fellow citizens of the Garden State, for giving me a 95% approval rating in our most recent poll. And for those remaining 5%, trust me, I'll win you over. Until next time, take care. Oh, hello. It's me, the Governor of New Jersey. I just got off the phone with my constituents, and I wanted to check in with all of you, fans of Quarantine Action Wrestling. I want to let you know that I'm going to be debuting this very week. And oh, you are very, very lucky to see a true American hero in action. I want you all to know that when I fight and when I win, I don't just do it for me. I do it for all of the hard-working and industrious citizens of the greatest state in this union, New Jersey. From all of those people down in Cape May County to all of those people up in Weehawken, which, by the way, is where 5 very important minutes of the musical Hamilton took place, I'm fighting for them all. Every single representative member of the Garden State is going to be represented by me, the governor. So, just as the best views of New York City are seen from the banks of New Jersey, the best views of me, the governor of New Jersey, can be seen on Quarantine Action Wrestling. You're welcome in advance, and thank you for your vote.
And speaking of areas of the country that are doing poorer or better than others, the governor of New Jersey making his debut against the predicament.
You were just speaking about Cleveland's unemployment. Well, I'll tell you, a man who knows nothing more about employment or unemployment or saying he'll do something about either. It's the governor of New Jersey going up against, well, the predicament. He's tried a lot. He's tried singles action. He's tried teaming up with the Buffalo Tornado Bill Sharon. You can't fault the guy for trying, but he has yet to find success here in QAW. But he's still around. We love him. We love Karen. Look at him go.
Got a second handsome leather bag to carry your supplies in. I feel like this is something that the young wrestlers are starting to do. Show up with some leather to put their stuff into.
Where are you from?
Mexico City in Montana.
Mexico City, Montana.
Where the deer and the antelope play, as the predicament not looking to play at all against the debuting governor of New Jersey. The Garden State is what he's about to do to the predicament. Gonna be pretty, or should it be reserved for the inside of a trailer?
Who knows? But either way, let's, here he comes.
Oh my goodness, the Constitution of New Jersey!
Coming to the ring with his briefcase covered in numerous New Jersey constitutional landmarks. You can't say he doesn't love and appreciate his state.
He might be the most, prideful individual that we've had here in QAW, the proudest of where he's come from.
Man, I tell you what, He reminds me of a fellow that we had actually in New Jersey over at Molly Pitcher Service Area Championship Wrestling. He was what was known as the local purveyor of New Jersey. Woo! Well, he did not last as long as this fella's gonna. Wow, this is some serious.
I mean, he was elected to his position. He's elected to kick the predicament's ass, it would seem. Knowing how much of a powerhouse this man is, we'll have to see if the predicament mounting a good offense so far, but we'll see.
The predicament, he might have gotten taken by surprise with an opening clothesline, but he is all on offense now as, spoke too soon, the governor reverses things, scoops him up. Backbreaker to the predicament. Now, looking to extend the long arm of local government right into the shoulder blade there, the predicament. Scoops him up, boasting 110% employment is the state of New Jersey. I don't know if there's any validity to that claim, but here we go.
Wilford not ready.
1. Kick out
I
at
think
1.
that number just means that there are several people in New Jersey that have several jobs. Like they pump gas for you, but they also work at your local fireworks outlet.
Fireworks outlets making up 85% of New Jersey's employment, but working on that is the governor of New Jersey, a man very, very proud of his state. He can tell you why New Jersey's the best state. He can tell you about everything in it, and he was telling me before this match just how exactly he planned to dismantle the predicament.
We also would like to thank the governor of New Jersey. He's our first government sponsor of QAW, the governor of New Jersey. He'll pump gas at you. Cover. 1.
Now, Predicament's looking pretty sharp here. He's he may have a win in him yet.
Was going for a Jushin Thunder Liger Shote palm strike, but gets taken down with a Samoan drop.
Old Turd was wrong.
It would seem
It happens at least twice a day, according to a broken clock. Boot to the midsection by the governor. Gets sent into the corner. Reversed there.
Now here we go, as he puts him in the bridge in the tunnel.
Bridge in the tunnel, is this it? 1, 2, 3. Superior civil engineering being the end of the predicament tonight.
Tell you, there's a long wrestling tradition in New Jersey, and this governor is a personification of it. And the reason that he is so good at wrestling is that it is in the blood of every New Jerseyan, and that is why they call it the Garden State.
And he seemed to be a very dynamic performer, having a bit of a back and forth with the predicament, but as we can see right here, hitting him with that powerful bridge and tunnel, looks like the governor of New Jersey might have 4 more years here in QAW.
He certainly might, and we remind everybody the new rules of the New England States Heritage Championship. You do have to put up something to challenge for the title. You wonder if the governor would put up his elected office, or if the predicament would put up his shunning of wearing a shirt.
Well, you never know, but all I can say for sure is, look at that strut. The governor of New Jersey happy with what he's done, and we're all happy that you're here, folks. Don't go anywhere.
We stuffed a ballot box.
Questions need answers. I will supply them. I am coming for you, Wellington, and I will take out all of your crew. I am not one to be messed with. I was born from the shadows. I lived in decay. I know all. I see all. The true chosen one will be the champion, and I will reveal who the chosen one is.
Please, save our mall. The Rumble and Strip Mall. is in danger of falling under. We lost our Orange Julius the other day, and it's getting worse and worse. We can barely afford the Dipping Dots. Please help us save our mall. These aren't pictures of our mall. These are pictures of other better malls. But the Bumble and Strip Mall holds a place in New Jersey's heart. We're not saying it's this man's fault, but it is. The governor of New Jersey wants to close us down and shut us down because he says we need a better mall. These are some nice low-res photos of our mall. It is beautiful in its own right, but we need to save it, and save it we shall. Please help us. If you don't want to listen to us, listen to Artie's daughter, as she goes over why you should save the mall. Take it away.
I want to say I know my dragon.
Can you say, won't you save the mall?
No, but I can't. Only if I have a superhero.
Can I say, won't you save the mall? Can you say, won't you save the mall?
You say that, then I will try.
Okay, won't you save the mall? Can you say, won't you save the mall?
I can see my dragon.
You heard it there. Please save our dragon. Mall.
Tale as old as time. We have the Dapper Head Clapper teaming up with the Big Ticket Business Casual squaring off with the Clone Bros.
Yeah, we've seen Dapper Head Clapper and Big Ticket just beating the hell out of each other for months now, and the enemy of me is enemy to my enemies. So what better partner?
They used to say that all the time back at Turd Tahoe's Championship Tampa Wrestling.
Well, you know what they always say at the Bumble and Strip Mall in New Jersey? We love Artie and Felty. It's the Clone Bros.
Look at these abominations.
Medical science has not overlooked these two, as you see Felty, the scryer of the two, Artie, the man with a series of suplex and a lower sense of gravity. These men are trying to find even more success here to continue to build up the capital wealth of the Bumble and Strip Mall.
Yeah, they picked up that victory last week alongside Jacques LaRue over the Clown and the Gentleman of Fear, but then we saw the Clown pick up a victory just now. You never know where it's going to go here in QAW, and the Clone Bros, fan favorites already. They're looking to keep that momentum going.
Who isn't a fan of green felt on a billiards table, or Artie's artful stylings as they are looking to find victory over the very first team-up of Business Casual?
And speaking of, Artie running that Dippin' Dots store at the Bumble and Strip Mall. If you want your Dippin' Dots, go to Artie's Dippin' Dots.
Just name right on the signage.
Yeah.
I like that look of anticipation on the one abomination. He's ready for this.
And I am ready for Business Casual, folks. Very excited. Two of those beefy boys I love so much. And finally, they finally put aside their differences, and like I was saying, they've recognized there's nobody tougher than us, so let's team up and take on this tag division. The tag division here, folks, the men's tag division, it's heating up.
Two popular purveyors of pile drivers. Is that going to pay off?
We will see. Knowing pound for pound just how strong each of these competitors are, I certainly wouldn't want to be up against them, even if I was the size of the Clone Bros.
You see the Big Ticket there making his big entrance over the top rope.
And then a slightly smaller entrance over the middle rope for contrast. That's what they call showmanship.
Absolutely. Yep.
Certainly do. Dapper there making a dapper entrance through the middle rope. Big Ticket soaking in the adulation of this audience.
Looking like
I'd like to thank. Go ahead.
They have their own little hand thingy too. Good for them.
Look at that. Oh, no, it's cute.
If you'd like to make your own QAW merchandise, go ahead and head over to QAWmerch.com, and in the graphics folder, the graphics window, go ahead and drag and drop your own hand thingy, and we will send you a custom QAW t-shirt.
Hook in your microphone and tell that website that old turd sent you.
That's our coupon code. Tell them that old turd sent you, and you get your t-shirt for 10% off.
20% if you can include an audio file of Turd telling one of his many anecdotes.
Well, it's like I was saying earlier. We had two guys that just beat the snot out of each other for a long time over in the Atlantic Oil Rig Wrestling. And they eventually became best friends and Atlantic Oil Rig Tag Team Champions for so long that we had to throw them into the ocean to get the belts off of them. We never saw them again.
30% off. 30% off your shirt if you include a picture of Turd sleeping on a park bench.
And now, Dapper Head Clapper checking in the big ticket as eagle-eyed viewers may be getting their cameras ready. From some memorable offense there from Business Casual.
Oh, we're already seeing some that tag team cohesion between these two. This might be the start of a new era, folks. Oh, and now picking up Artie like that. Damn.
Like he's nothing. I ain't seen somebody pick up someone who was so much something like they were so much nothing. Like that time that I was... Oh, okay.
Turd Tahoe has fallen asleep at the commentary desk.
Somebody get a picture for 40% off your next t-shirt.
Kick out there immediately from the big ticket. The big ticket, purveyor of strong style, made his fortunes and cut his teeth in wrestling overseas in Japan as, a second Northern Light suplex takes him down.
It wasn't a trash bag, folks. It was a big ticket. Oh, impressive stuff there from Felty.
Standing corkscrew plancha. Turd, have you woken back up?
Yeah, the crowd did the screaming when they did the flippy thing, and all of a sudden, Turd was transported several seconds into the future of this match.
It is a noted, noted temporal vortex, the QAW arena.
Well, Felty known as the more cocksure of the Clone Bros. Right there, just showing no respect to the big ticket and trying to get in his head as he goes for cover.
One. Kick out there from the big ticket. Would like to thank our second sponsor this week, Phallic-Shaped Candles.
Now, old Turd has a few of those. They burn in the window, and it is to scare off the people that are afraid of penises.
We would like to apologize to our, more conservative viewers who might be scared from getting an autograph live from Turd Tahoe's residence, which we are auctioning off at the end of tonight's QAW. Go ahead and bid in that Twitch chat stream for, if you are the winning bid, then you too can burn dicks with Turd Tahoe.
And it's not even whoever puts the highest number. There's a specific number that you have to guess. And if you get it, you pay that much for Turd's house.
Old Turd's got it in his noggin, and if you can guess it, you win Turd's Tampa. There's not a word for house that begins with T.
Oh, but now Business Casual, look at this. They're putting it together with the Spike Pile Driver.
Spike Pile Driver brings down Felty as Turd awaits in his trailer. 1, 2, no! Felty is out.
Wow, Artie not coming in to break up that pin. He took a big chance there, trusting Felty to break out, and luckily he did. A man of his size can't be put down just yet.
And now repeated stomps from those Gucci loafers to the digits of Artie. Back body drop reversal. And it was actually Felty who was feeling the pain there as he goes to work on Dapper. Dapper escaping that.
They're not only clones, they're clone bros. Who can blame you for mixing up the two?
They are identical. The only thing that can help tell them apart is both their ring gear, and one of them has 3 testicles.
Yep.
I think it's the fella in the green, personally, but I'll keep checking.
I thought you were going to mention 3 tattoos, but no, I did forget Felty has 3 testicles as well. 1 tattoo for each testicle.
Brainbuster there brings down the Dapper Head Clapper. Felty now taking to the skies. Those aerodynamic ball set helping him fly.
We might be seeing it as he... Oh, no, beckons Dapper to his feet again.
Dapper now might get a mouthful. Floating
Let me tell you
there.
about the courage that it takes to watch a man get up and look at you and then jump at him anyway. It takes a lot of courage.
You can't speak enough about Felty's courage, and now is he maybe looking to put away you felt that, but no, onto Dapper's knees.
Another knee-based counter. Eddie Cation found success in countering moves earlier, but Felty right back to his feet after a running knee, gets taken down with a clothesline.
Dapper just not letting him mount that comeback.
Artie there begging for a tag, but Felty able to reverse fortunes on his own. Eats a boot to the face.
And then we know Dapper, with that running knee, he's a very knee-centric offense as he claps his opponent's head with his knees on multiple occasions, and now just taking command of Felty here.
Lands a forearm to the side of the protected gear of Felty. Knees and elbows bringing competitors a lot of luck here tonight. Muay Thai and Krav Maga practitioners take note. Dapper brings Felty back to his feet, chop across the hairy chest.
And there it is, claps him with his knees.
Knee clapper, cover. 1. Oh, Artie able to break it up, the big ticket now. Running DDT, plants Artie. Felty being brought back up. What does Dapper have in mind for him next?
Oh, now he wants to put him away with a pile. Oh, no. Oh, look at that powerbomb.
Matchbox cover 1, 2, 3. Oh, not a 3. He turns it over into a Boston Crab.
Is that it? Oh, my God.
That's it. Felty not able to withstand that combination offense. Business casual. Gets the Duke.
That was almost like a football play at the end there. Big ticket running in, putting away Artie with that DDT, and then an excellent powerbomb into a Boston Crab there from Dapper Headclapper. This is the hottest new tag team in the division, folks.
Yeah, I want y'all to know the little turd invented the Boston Crab. They used to do the Cleveland Crab, and it never worked. So old turd was like, why don't you try it, but in Boston?
I'm really starting to not believe most of the things you claim, Turd. But either way, we just saw Business Casual pick up their first win.
We would like to thank the viewers in Cleveland who, as we understand from the pandemic, are recording a city-high 90% unemployment. So we would like to extend our condolences to any folks able to work but not able to in Cleveland. Folks, don't go anywhere as the Philadelphia action brothers on.
Brother.
Bonjour, Nanu. It is the Magnifique Nordique and still the intergalactic champion of all of the planets. I want to say a special thank you to David Thomas for giving me perhaps the easiest match of my QAW career. Very good. You are very entertaining, man. David, TK David, Taekwondo, TKO David, Taekwondo David. Ha ha ha. Hey, I know you have friends in high places and places inside of parents' garages and basements wearing plaid, but listen, I am giving an open invitation, not to anyone on the roster, but to you, to fight me anytime you want, because for me it is entertaining. I had pretty much given up on any entertainment in Earth, so I go to Pluto, I go to Jupiter, I go to Uranus, and I come back, and wow, I have fun again. This is the best thing I have ever done. To beat you up makes me happy. To hold my intergalactic belt up made of moon rocks over your stupid bearded face entertains me gratefully. So, the Magnifique Nordique welcomes TKO David Taekwondo douchebag to fight me anytime you want. Come on, just say yes. Mwah. Bonjour. Over and out. Live long and prosper, little man. Mwah.
Hello everyone, Rainbow Brittles here. You probably noticed I'm not up to my goofy self, per se. Some serious stuff happened last week. Saw last week's ladder match, but it was, how do I put it, straight up murder. Right off the bat, just punching, kicking, gut punts. But I actually lost more than just the match itself. I don't know if many of you saw, but I had several kicks to my uterus. Well, suffice to say, my uterus is gone. I don't know where it went. Like, I don't know where it could be. I don't know, like... If anyone has seen my uterus, it's pink. It's got tubes, little tubies.
What's up, dick bagels? It's me, Brit's uterus. What, you didn't expect to see me outside the party? Well, you know what? Fuck your mother! Did you see the treatment that I got last week? I was punched, kicked, punted, a number of things. Brit literally did nothing but just let it happen. Nothing was done to protect widow old uterus me. I am sick and tired of everybody thinking that they could just bounce and flounce all over me while I'm fucking done. You're probably all wondering, how did you get out the body? How are you an independent being? Uteri are sentient? No fucking shit, you big pens full of semen. I evicted myself. And you're probably imagining, how does a uterus evict itself from someone's body? Well, guess what? I bled out. She woke up one morning, a la The Godfather, blood all over her bed, and a little note that said, "Go fuck yourself!" Oh yeah, it was super funny. It really got her. Now she's all sad and shit because she doesn't have a uterus. And she was like, "Oh no, I got my period and it's really heavy." Oh no, that was me signing my eviction notice. And for the whole thing about periods, go fuck yourself! I'm ready to bring this menstrual cyclone all up in this bitch you call QAW. Make really smelly poops all over all of you. First challenger is my own body, Rainbow Brittles. Oh yeah, I bet you didn't expect that shit. So you better watch your back and watch your vagina. And then, you watch your dicks. Don't fuck with me, fellas! Fuck the patriarchy and fuck you! That's on period.
And now our first metaphorical challenge as Rainbow Brittles takes on her own uterus.
I mean, her uterus very upset with Rainbow Brittles after that women's Fauci surprise ladder match. As Amazon just delivering that massive punch right to Brittles' uterus, and I guess, I mean, really, this is a match.
It's two competitors facing off in a QAW ring, the debuting sentient uterus of Rainbow Brittles looking to assert itself. Certainly could be argued that it misses the close bond that it assumedly had with Chair. Rainbow Brittles used to sit upon Chair lovingly once upon a time, and I would imagine the uterus is missing the presence of Chair.
I mean, very well. The whole, it's almost like another universe in the world of Rainbow Brittles with her Chair family, and now her uterus taking issues with her. This is Rainbow Brittles' world, folks, and QAW is just living in it.
She is moving remarkably well for someone who had a uterus removed and is now about to wrestle it.
We'd like to thank our third sponsor of the night, and that is Sandra's Tubal Ligation. Sandra's Tubal Ligation. Do you need your genitals removed? Sandra's got you covered.
Good old Sandra.
Yeah, I knew a girl named Sandra once. She was in charge over at Wyoming Valley Wrestling in Utah. She, I don't have much to say about her. She was nice.
Well, I got a lot to say about Brittles' uterus with the shattering the glass coming in here and making an extremely commanding presence right off the bat. Look at this.
If you ever thought to yourself, I wonder what a uterus would look like as an in-ring competitor, we are here to show you. It's got arms, it's got legs, it's got a bone to pick with Rainbow Brittles. Wilford Willard, much like our crowd, and frankly myself, stunned at the entrance and sentience of this reproductive organ. There's a kid in the front row who's going to have a very interesting conversation with their parents after tonight.
I mean, if you haven't...
I know, he's going to be like, Mama, how'd that woman get blue hair?
Absolutely. I mean, if you haven't taken sex ed yet, this is going to be a match that's very confusing for you, but Rainbow Brittles coming in immediately with that punch right to her uterus's head?
Sure, let's call it that, as a kick to the back from the uterus. Now buries a knee into the spine. And one more for good measure.
Now that uterus has spent a lot of time inside her, so she knows where all the pain points are. It's really good advanced scouting.
A rare good point there from Tur Tahoe. You have to imagine the only, literally knowing every in and out of Rainbow Brittle's body has got to be her uterus.
Lands 2 stomps there, was looking to dislocate one of the fallopian tubes of the uterus there, and now going to work on the other side. Oh! In equal measure, looking to neuter the uterus.
Neuterus.
Oh! Will it be neuterus by the end of this match?
We used to have somebody over in Peruvian Palpable Punishment Action who was called the Muterus. He didn't talk.
Certainly didn't, and we'd like to thank the soundtrack for tonight's action for all backstage segments, the Peruvian flute band that we hired last week on Peru's List.
Peru's
DDT
List.
from Rainbow's Brittles.
They're also on Cameo if you want them to say happy birthday.
1. Yep, the band collectively celebrating a birthday recently.
Yeah.
Kick across the reverse side of the uterus. Sends Rainbow Brittles into the corner. Oh, and a big tube clothesline. Takes Brittles back up. Front headlock. And, tripping up Brittles and, looking to crack those tendons in the side of the knee of Rainbow Brittles.
I mean,
goes to work on the other side as well.
For all we know, Brittle's uterus has been in contact with the rest of Rainbow Brittle's organs, and perhaps they may have come up with a plan here. But now she's getting dumped to the outside. Geez, who knows?
Takes her outside, boot to the midsection there. Oh, suplex reversed into a small package, but we do remind eagle-eyed viewers you have to get a pinfall inside the ring, as Rainbow Brittles continues to play mind games with her own uterus.
She remembers that as she comes back into the ring, but the irony of her uterus delivering a gutbuster to Rainbow Brittles is not lost on me, folks.
She's tubing up. Oh! Back heel kick from the uterus. Brittles back to her feet. And now,
the tampon twist!
Cover her. 1. Kick out at 1 there by Brittles, who is not finished off by that tampon twist.
That uterus looks a little confused, a little distraught at the kick out. This is what happens when you let individual body parts wrestle a match. They don't know the rules that well.
Either way,
now, Turd.
Ooh.
Oh, powerbomb there from the uterus. Turd, you sound pretty cocksure of what a uterus that'd be sure of itself would look like. Can you describe for our viewers what a confident uterus would look like?
A lot like what you're seeing right now. Now, what an inconfident uterus would look like is
an apron spear. Good lord.
Goodness gracious. See, that is a confident uterus. A uterus that is not confident would not have tried that and would probably have chosen a different color tights. Like a burgundy.
Stated. Oh! And the uterus just not having enough strength to batter Rainbow Brittles against the diamond edge of the ring. Rainbow Brittles, dabbing on her own uterus.
I mean, that's showing authority right there.
Certainly, and if you're spotting at home, we would like to go ahead and point you again to QAWmerch.com. Get your own QAW hygienic products.
And also, we've recently partnered with Build-A-Bear Workshop. If you want to build your own uterus, much like our t-shirts, put in the coupon code Turd Tahoe's uterus confidence picture for 10% off.
You know,
Turd Tahoe's Uterus Confidence is a new wrestling league I'm going to start. Now that I have seen how one uterus wrestles, I'm just going to get a bunch of them, and we're going to start us a thing.
Skittles throw puts down a uterus.
Cover 1, 2, only a 2 count. You gotta wonder if the pH balance of that uterus getting thrown off by having a bunch of Skittles thrown into it.
Very well could have. And now up. Yep, we've seen this classic here from Rainbow Burials as she puts away her uterus with the ADHD Destroyer.
Is she able to pay enough attention to keep her uterus down? 1, 2, no, kick out. Rainbow Brittles looks to be in a lot of both physical and mental pain as she's grappling with her own body.
That is one tough-ass uterus, I gotta say. She's making Rainbow Brittles work for it, that's for sure.
Again, looking to just disconnect that tubing.
It's seemingly they're in here power washing our commentary station, folks. We apologize for that.
Old Turd left some stuff against the wall that did not go well.
And another Skittles throw.
More candy being, inserted into the delicate membranes, and now this uterus has had enough. Gets sent into the corner. Spun around by Rainbow Brittles. Nothing's more painful than a uterus that's been sent into a corner backwards.
Oh my God, and with another staple in Rainbow Brittles' offense as she is now looking to take her and her uterus out of the ring.
Oh, landing firmly on half of an ice cream sandwich. That uterus is getting brutalized.
My God, brutal uterusing. I tried it and it didn't work. Oh my God, that impressive combination there.
You have to think this will be a, Pyrrhic victory for Rainbow Brittles or for her uterus. Whoever comes out on top, they had to put a heck of a beating on the other.
This is one heck of a power washing going on in our station, folks. Our booth, I mean.
Well, Turd, we'd like you to have better hygiene and snacking habits next time you're here in the commentary booth, but just the same, Rainbow Brittles looking to power wash her record of losses here with a victory over her uterus. Ooh. Knee lift there.
Oh my goodness.
I've heard about this. She's got her locked in the Diva Cup, but now Brittles managing to escape.
Let me tell you something, when you reverse the Diva Cup, old Turd has thought better about finishing that joke.
Good call, Turd. Showing some rare restraint on your part. And now, Brittles putting her back in the corner. What she got planned?
She's looking to diaphragm her victory here. Sends the uterus into a steel pole.
God,
you know what I'm saying? Face wash.
I know what you're saying there, Mike.
1, 2, and a kick out from the uterus. That steel pole not strong enough to make this uterus give up. And now a punch to the guts again of Rainbow Brittles.
Punching right where the uterus is familiar with, and now, a headlock
and now
punch.
A shot right between the eyes. Scoops up Brittles. Brittles escaped out the back. And a third Skittles throw.
God, so many Skittles.
I have never seen, folks, ever in my lifetime, this many Skittles inside of a uterus.
That is absolutely insane. And almost like neither of these competitors can land a move at the moment. Oh my God, and a fallopian tubinator out of nowhere.
That's gotta be it.
1, 2, 3, and that is it. For the first time in QAW history, we have seen a body part defeat its owner.
I tell you, I think it's down to the advanced scouting. I think when you live that long inside of a person, it is very easy to know exactly how to keep them down. Brittles did everything she could to defeat her own uterus, but in the end, when your uterus comes a calling, you gotta say, you win this wrestling match.
Well, folks, it's unanimous. That uterus is now unbeaten here in QAW, taking out Rainbow Brittles. And what does this mean for Rainbow Brittles going forward? Is her uterus now competing on its own? Is there some kind of more... Will the uterus rejoin her body? What does this mean for Rainbow Brittles?
What does this mean for the QAW Women's Division? AC Volts, as we know, has been victorious over the majority of competitors here in QAW, but is she woman enough to beat someone else's uterus?
Is there another part of Brittles that can wrestle?
Well, folks, all those questions and more. Is this
the
what?
End of my thought.
Cool from Nasty. Cool to the core.
I'm a simple man. I like simple things. My truck. My friends. Helping out. Wood. That's right. I'm a simple type of guy. Sure, I'm starting a sex cult, but who doesn't? I'm just a simple cult leader trying to fuck all my friends. That's why I choose Chevy like a rock.
Kenner presents new alien action figure.
Bayonets blow! Quick, shut the airlock! The alien's locked out now! He got through! Shh! Give up! Alien can't be beat! We'll zap him with the light! Don't, he'll destroy the spaceship! We've lost! Better find another ship! Let's try the kitchen! Another triumph for Alien!
Alien action figure. New from Kenner.
Listen, like I said, okay, yeah, I'm a simple guy, right? And yeah, me and my wife, we started a simple cult. It's not even that weird. It's like, you just want to fuck 15 to 16 of your friends. That's not that strange. You know, starting a sex cult in 2020 is actually pretty normal. And honestly, you know how hard it is to build a fucking house? Look at that. You know how you can do that? With a cult. With a fucking cult. You try to build a house on your own, you can't do it. It's impossible. Impossible to build a fucking house with a cult. That's why I started a cult. I mean, yes, do I fuck my cult members? Of course. Chevy like a rock.
Watch Tom Selleck as Magnum P.I. Lord knows somebody has to. Magnum P.I. on USA. Weekdays.
I understand that the man who is great at wrestling has issued an open challenge to anybody who was a part of that Fauci surprise ladder match. I can tell you, based on the injuries that I'm still nursing right now, that I was very much a part of that ladder match. Because of those injuries, that I won't be able to address my more direct goals for a couple of weeks. The fine line between brave and stupid. Don't jump into a shark tank wearing a blood-soaked bodysuit. That being said, since I got nothing better to do on this Thursday evening, since I was very much in that Fauci surprise ladder match, Mr. Greatness, consider your challenge accepted.
Hey Lloyd, I appreciate you. I appreciate you answering my challenge. I appreciate everything you've been trying to do. I even appreciate the legacy of professional wrestling you've tried to uphold. but a match between the legacy and the greatest guy at wrestling in the history of our great sport is not something QAW wants to see. Neither of us are cyborgs or weird doctors. No, we're just wrestlers. So you're not going to be wrestling me tonight, Lloyd. You're going to be wrestling against the North Pole's greatest athlete, Elf Mayhor Luchador. That'll give those assholes what they want.
And now, the most mysterious new member of the QAW roster, El Mayhor Luchador, looks to have no mercy on Lloyd Legacy Sharp.
Well, the greatest wrestler issuing that open challenge for any competitor, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, taking him up on that challenge, as is the attitude of Lloyd. And then last possible second, El Mayhor Luchador instead coming in and basically subbing in to take the greatest wrestler's spot. So different competitor, same strategy as far as Lloyd's concerned.
Looks like El Mayhor Luchador may admire the greatest wrestler so much that he's modeled his own ring gear very closely to what we're used to seeing the greatest wear.
Now, I am, as you all know, from Mexico City, Montana, and I have never seen this El Major Luchador there.
Well, I mean, as Karen refers to him, he's the numero uno, and perhaps the greatest luchador. And we will have to see how he does against Lloyd Legacy. Lloyd Legacy coming up short in that men's Fauci Surprise ladder match, but his mission remains the same. He is gunning for the generation, as so much of the QAW roster seems to be right now, and he's looking to topple that regime.
I had a wrestler called Regime Change out in South Atlantic Middle Wrestling, and Regime Change would defeat you and then assume your place in your family.
It's a very Mike Diesel-esque move, as far as we know, he seems to still have custody of the Talon's children, but you know who has custody of our hearts is Lloyd Legacy Sharp.
Lloyd, have mercy as the Durag competitor makes his way to ringside. He put up a hell of a fight last week in the Fauci Surprise ladder match.
You can't discount anybody who, I would say, in my entire wrestling announcing career, two of the most hellacious, amazing ladder matches I have ever seen. No shade to any of those competitors who did not pick up the contracts, but our contract holders are Don't Touch Our Nuts and the Slamazon. Will they cash in for a championship match soon, or will they hold on to it, folks? You'll have to watch every week to find out.
Don't miss a single episode of QAW Pandemic. You can go ahead and make a playlist of our entire series on YouTube, and go ahead and stay active in that Twitch chat if you want to win the opportunity to hang out at Turd's house.
And the invitation is still open if you just guess what number old Turd's thinking of.
Yes. It's a simple challenge, but it's not an easy one, folks. Much like a wrestling match, you got to win, but how are you going to do it? You'll have to figure it out.
It's not so straightforward, as El Mayhor Luchador is demonstrating, wearing the colors of Lloyd Legacy in his mask, as he admires his opponent, but definitely firmly enamored with the aesthetics of the greatest wrestler.
You know,
there from Lloyd.
Always good to see a wrestler play tribute to another wrestler in that way, both as an honorable thing, but also as a way to possibly trick that wrestler's friends into thinking that you should buy them Denny's.
Absolutely.
Oh! The moon's over my hammy sent spilling over the top there by Lloyd Legacy.
Just stomping on El Mayhor Lego on the outside, now throwing him into our men's warehouse representatives.
Oh, you're gonna hate the way that felt as his sternum ricocheting off the corner of that table.
You know,
Hip toss there by Lloyd.
Those men have finally made me cave, as you can see, this impeccable suit I'm now wearing. They said you couldn't make green work in a suit, but I think I'm doing it.
Lime
Maybe
green.
old Turd should start wearing suits. I could be a suit guy, a CEO of something. I think old Turd would fit out well there.
Whatever you say, Turd.
You definitely both project professionalism and authority there, Turd, as Buckley is resplendent in a forest green sports coat, lime green slacks, and of course, a neon green pocket square.
I think it's really worked. I think I'm like the Riddler if he wasn't. Oh, but now Lloyd Legacy locking in El Mejor Luchador into the 2K20 and in the center of the ring.
Riddle me this, is El Mejor going to give up?
I don't think that El Mejor has a lot of quit in him. He's a man of kicking and getting out. So when you kick and get out, you can get out because you kicked.
Yeah, that's really great stuff there, Turd.
If you'd like to get a copy of Turd Tahoe's Northern Light Suplex musings on philosophy and pro wrestling as I've seen it, go ahead and search for it on Amazon. I fucking dare you.
Also, look up on Audible as Turd Tahoe recently recorded the audiobook for Pride and Prejudice. If you want to take a listen to that.
I tell you, there was a real twist ending there that old Turd did not see coming.
Payne Austin very upset by that, and Lloyd Legacy Sharp very upset from that hip toss, as now El Mejor Luchador seems to be taking up some momentum here as that power washer is back in our booth.
That it is, as Turd gets clean as the three of us get clean. Looks like El Mejor's getting a little dirty with that offense.
Yeah, sometimes you got to get a little dirty with the offense in order to win a wrestling match. This is not a pretty sport. This is not a sport for people who don't have scrupulous mannerisms, and it's not a sport for people who don't have a long criminal record.
Absolutely not.
We also would like to thank our next sponsor of QAW's Pandemic tonight, the Scrabble Score for Scrupulous. Knees there from Lloyd Legacy battling out of that predicament. And now sends El Mejor into the corner. Spins him around. Lloyd Legacy, a man of honor, wants El Mejor to see what's coming next.
Oh my god, I think that we have yet to see it here in QAW. I think he might be trying to set up El Mejor Luchador for the Pepsi plunge. But no, Mejor punch him in the gut, getting him off.
Does not want to enjoy, a refreshing Pepsi as he makes his knee go splitter splat across the forehead of Lloyd Legacy. And now, a gator roll! We mentioned it earlier tonight.
Turd's getting
Hey, look at that! Just like a Tampa Championship Wrestling!
Turd's sweating in excitement here at the seeing of that gator roll, and you know the El Mejor Luchador, as he gets scoop slammed, but you know he's trying to make a comeback here. If he can manage to hit that La Mayor Maniobra de Lucha que hemos tenido el privilegio de presenciar, you know that he might be able to pick up victory over Lloyd.
Lloyd kicks him in the face. And now a single leg takeover. Is this a second dose of 2K20? Is this 4K40?
But he's too close there to the ropes. No, he has to break it.
Now, you know, old Turd came up with the rule that the rope can break a hold. This was back when we were in Elon.
Shut up, Turd.
1, 2. Go ahead.
As I said, we were over at Elon Musk's Panic Room Action Wrestling. And I said, now wait a minute, if a fella grabs a rope,
Shut the fuck up, Turd. Now Lloyd's hitting him with a Tor Stopper.
Tor Stopper, as both that tangent and El Mejor's tangential involvement in QAW could be an admin. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Turd should be quiet as Lloyd Legacy continues his winning ways.
Hitting that Tor Stopper right on the jaw of El Mejor Luchador, and unfortunately El Mejor was not able to come back from that. Lloyd Legacy Sharp picking up a strong singles victory here tonight.
Lloyd Legacy patient and meticulous in breaking down El Mejor Luchador and able to immobilize the Mexican Warrior just long enough to become winner tonight. You wonder what's in store next. What's coming up? On that tour schedule of Lloyd Legacy.
Well, I think that up next on the old tour is he's probably going to go to, I don't know, Arkansas.
Ah, yes, the firm fan base of the Lloyd Legacy faithful in Arkansas.
He's real popular there in Little Rock. He hasn't paid for a drink there in 2 decades. But coming up, folks, we have the debut. Another new competitor here in QAW is Kevin the Punisher Paquette takes on Nate the Great Lopez.
The twist ending was that Jane Austen is actually the founder of Bojangles.
Holy shit. Eyes are seeing red. What can we possibly... Oh my god!
No!
No! Feel that in the morning.
Juicebox thrown off the top of the trailer.
So this is QAW, huh? This is what I've been hearing so much about. The big leagues. I'm not impressed. All I see here are a bunch of phony people playing professional wrestler. Some clown running around in an eyes wide shut mask. A bunch of squirrels trying to pretend to be a guy. That shit ends now. My name is Kevin the Punisher Paquette, and I am here to usher in a new era of QAW. The era of professional wrestling. I've only come here to do 2 things: win belts and break bones. So, who's ready for a fight?
And now the Tiger King re-enters his kingdom as the debuting Kevin the Punisher Paquette looks to punish the Animal King.
We've heard a lot about Kevin Paquette, his work outside of QAW, his work on the Indies, his work in New Japan. Very brutal, very aggressive competitor, but certainly you cannot discount, as you hear that roar echo through the arena here tonight. Nate the Great Lopez is, like you said, he's returning to his kingdom.
Surveying his pride, and you wonder if in the absence, since the last time we've seen Nate the Great, if he's been working on more of a pouncing-based offense, or...
Look at that resplendent cape. I think more wrestlers ought to be wearing resplendent capes. I think it makes you look a little bit bigger than you are, and also you could use it to parachute away if the police arrive.
Absolutely have to mind your not only judicial territory, but also your ability to escape from scrapes as Nate the Great makes his way to the ring in a cape, they say, made from the pelt of a lesser animal.
Well, all animals are lesser than tigers in the eyes of Nate the Great, so who knows what vicious beast he may have conquered to sew that cape. But either way, like you said, he's been away from QAW for some time now. Let's see if he's picked up some new skills, if he's been training. He looks great, I gotta say.
He certainly hasn't been skipping any time at the gym, and folks, if you don't like to skip time at the gym either, may we suggest at QAWmerch.com the QAW official egg timer.
Don't forget to put in that coupon code Turd Tahoe's House is on sale for 30% off.
We're just marking down the old turd dome. Well, here we go.
Speaking of domes, Kevin Paquette here, the Punisher, as he is a master of strong style, a submission master as well, and he's here to make his opponent tap, snap, or pass out.
Kevin the Punisher Paquette with echoes of both, for those of us who are familiar with strong style practitioners, both getting hints, almost like a sommelier, if you will, of Daniel Bryan, of Pete Dunne, of many purveyors of smash mouth offense, looking to make short work of the Tiger King.
Will we see the King get overthrown here? You can already just, like, you can feel the intensity just radiating off of Kevin Paquette here, and just, we'll have to see if he lives up to his reputation.
Is he as violent as Frank Castle, the Punisher from comic fame, or is he here just to punish other competitors in QAW who are foolish enough to stand across the ring from him?
Is he the Punisher from Daredevil, or is he a Thomas Jane Punisher? Well, only time will tell.
Is he a Punisher like a comic book character, or is he a Punisher like the man who comes to your house to appraise its value and drastically undervalues it to the point that you've got to put it on sale on the internet for a correctly guessed number?
Time will tell. The Punisher immediately grounding Nate the Great.
I mean, yeah, he took some punches there from Nate the Great at the start, but it's almost like he was just letting him land those punches, as he just wanted to see just what exactly he was dealing with.
Softening Nate up. He might be looking to end this one quickly.
That is just some punch-based offense there.
Oh, and now Sam up here for the punishment suplex.
Punishment suplex takes him over with a German suplex that he had caught him out of midair.
Oh, and now we've heard about this, putting him in the punishment special.
Punishment special is Nate the Great. No, he can't withstand it. That's it. Kevin that's a QAW record, folks. Kevin the Punisher Paquette.
If he had kept on that cape, they couldn't have gotten the arms locked. It was a mistake taking off the resplendent cape, and I will stand by that.
I actually agree with Turd here in that case, but anything to have avoided that absolute mutilation there from the Punisher, that, like you said, Mike, that very well could be a QAW record. That may have beaten the time it took for Shakes to put down Bill Sharon.
Certainly impactful, emphatic tonight is certainly the quickest submission victory in QAW men's history, as the Punisher is here, folks, and don't go anywhere. We have our main event of Diamond David Thomas taking on Le Magnifique Nordique.
Will he finally grab the Intergalactic Championship, folks? Don't go anywhere.
It's on Obtainium!
God damn, now that is refreshing. Man, you know I like to talk for a while, because I'm good at it. But I'm going to keep this one short. Juicebox, you might be a 9-time champion, whatever rinky-dink ass promotion you came from. But in QAW, you are a nobody. And as far as I'm concerned, you are a one-time loser who got his ass thrown off the top of a trailer truck by me. Now, I don't know why people are seeming to get behind Juicebox in this whole cause. As far as I know, you snuck back into the arena. I had to fire my whole security team, so now they're out of a job in a pandemic. Hope you feel okay about that. And frankly, what kind of the balls you have to come in here and act like you know how to run things. Nobody knows how to run things better than me. But luckily, I took care of you. Next, I'm gonna take care of that arrogant foreigner, the Magnifique Nordique. You got lucky last time, Nordique. See, apparently you can only win when somebody else comes in to attack me on your behalf. Now, I don't know if you and Juicebox are in cahoots, but I'll tell you what is in cahoots with me, all of the generation, and the entire country and world. Glorious! Nordique, I am Diamond David Thomas. I am Taekwon David. I am the leader of the generation, and I am the sun in the QAW galaxy. And you're about to get scorched.
Perfect.
Bonjour, it is me, the Magnifique Dumbfuck, and I am here to talk very slowly about how I suck ass, and how every time I talk, I sound like I am forgetting my own name. And I am from Quebec, which is a part of Canada, and I never shut up about it. And I have a match against the Commissioner, Diamond David Thomas, and I will lose because I cannot win anything unless somebody comes in and beats up my opponent for me. And I will lose this match because my only friend, Juicebox, is in the hospital because he sucks. And I suck too, and I will lose because I'm the Magnifique Dumbfuck. Fuck me. Ooh, well, I suck. Ooh, Nordique.
And now our ultimate confrontation of the evening for tonight's pandemic. It's Diamond David Thomas, our crooked commissioner, versus La Magnifique Nordique, our intergalactic champion.
We saw this matchup 2 weeks ago when Diamond David Thomas booked himself into a match against the Magnifique Nordique, looking to capture that unobtainium belt for himself, but then Juicebox making his debut that same evening and just interfering in the results. And then last week, that absolutely insane backstage brawl lasted the entire show, ending with Diamond David Thomas throwing Juicebox off the top of a truck trailer, and Juicebox has been in critical condition ever since.
Well, if there's one thing Old Turd knows, it's that after a match ends like that and then there is violence the next week, there is going to be a clean finish where someone definitively wins and is crowned championship on the third try.
Absolutely.
Third time looking to be a charm for Diamond David as the scissor lift is out of the closet, folks. Diamond David, Taekwon David makes his entrance.
Yeah, Kung Fu David is a different guy. He is the guy that we had back at a ring of a bunch of guys who have an unspoken set of rules based on shared norms.
That is the name of that promotion indeed. And Diamond David Thomas, our commissioner, the head of the generation, looking to, now that he as we just saw, he took care of Juicebox in his words, and now he's looking to round out that gold held by the Generation.
We do want to wish a speedy recovery to Juicebox, who heroically was trying to dispatch of Diamond David Thomas last week, and as you said, took a gigantic spill off the top of a, if I'm reading this correctly, 400-foot production truck.
That sounds about right.
It takes a lot of gear to put on a wrestling show.
But we are, of course, cost-conscientious for a promotion with an infinite budget. We pack everything you see on camera tonight into that one truck.
Absolutely. They talk a lot about like a Prius, you know? It's a lot bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. That right there is the Prius of trailer trucks.
Certainly is. We'd like to thank Lithium Batteries for powering everything you see on camera tonight, everything from the spotlights to Turd Tahoe's artificial pacemaker.
And I would like to just apologize to the ring crew for tripping over the cord and unplugging it, because y'all gonna have to wait for it to charge.
If you want a discount on our QAW branded pacemaker, just go to QAWmerch.com and put in that coupon code Turd Tahoe Heart Attack for 25% off.
That's a savings of over $6.
They're really cost-efficient pacemakers. Diamond David's still entering.
He has not let me down yet. Well, there was that one time.
Okay.
Turd Tahoe is staring into the distance very wistfully. I imagine that it's a heartwarming tale, but forgive the terminology there, as Diamond David, the heartless leader of the Generation, now spins, twirling
into perhaps a victory tonight. We know that when he sets his eyes on something, he accomplishes it. As he has dealt with shakes, he's dealt with creative control, and now looking to secure some glory for himself. But you can't say that he has not been good to his associates.
Certainly hasn't, as almost every member of the Generation holding a championship title except for Diamond David, ironically.
And the Doctor.
Memphis. That time was that one time in Memphis.
Well, there you go. And now our intergalactic champion making his way to the ring, folks. It's the galaxy-traveling Le Magnifique Nordique.
The intergalactic champion has put down such challengers as Jake the Na'vi from the Avatar planet, as Mr. Spock, who, again, we want to apologize to viewers who weren't ready for Mr. Spock's visage. We understand that he was recently diagnosed by the doctor as having ravioli face.
It's a very rare condition, yet it affects Mr. Spock deeply. He was my friend, as we hope that he also makes the recovery here. But the Magnifique Nordique has been he defended the Intergalactic Championship successfully against Gentleman Doug at Second Wave, and he's been nothing if not a stalwart champion ever since. So let's see how this turns out.
Hey Buckley, what kind of man with ravioli face? What kind of boat do they own?
What kind of boat there, Mike?
A regatta.
The old turd once won a regatta. I just put a bunch of people on a raft, but we strapped a fan boat engine to it.
Put them on a what?
On a raft.
Oh, okay.
Introducing the challenger
That's
from Richmond,
raft.
Virginia, weighing in at 200.
Look it up in your QAW dictionary tonight.
Diamond David Thomas.
Imagine that, Karen got every word of his name correctly. Let's see if she's going to have similar luck with the Magnifique.
Let's see.
Champion from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 220 pounds. He is the prestigious Universal Global Wrestling Champion. Magnificent number 1.
We love
C-
you,
Karen.
We love you.
Like we used to say, is 1 out of 2 is about as good as you can do.
That is what they say. As yep, Wilfred reminding us.
If you'd like to listen to that soulful ballad of Turd Tahoe on Spotify, it's very similar to Meatloaf's 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but Turd has his own 11-minute spin.
He sure does.
It's still only a third the time it takes to listen to Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Le Magnifique scooting underneath here. Standing switch grounds Diamond Davis. The fundamentals of the Magnifique Nordique solid as they have brought him much victory and much success here in QAW.
Yeah, you can't deny Magnifique Nordique's mastery of the basics, and that absolutely is what... Oh, but both of these competitors missing a dropkick.
Dueling drop kicks, but the master of the flying crossbody, Le Magnifique, is able to ground our commissioner. Back body drop counter. What's going to be the winning combination, the winning formula, if you will, tonight? Is it going to be the solid technical skills of Le Magnifique or the unbridled martial arts aggression of the Wendy's-themed competitor?
Oh, too close to the ropes there. Interesting leg lock there from the Magnifique Nordique. We know that his intergalactic travels have led to him expanding his moveset a little bit. And now, what is this? Is he's locking up Diamond David into something?
It's the Paradise Lock. He learned this on Paradiso, the planet of, wow, beautiful humanoid.
Well, it looks like me and... Looks like I will not be the only one having the doctor operate on his butt later. That looked painful.
It certainly did.
A firm instep kick across the cheeks of Diamond David as he's able to fight out of that neck crank there. Grabbing Le Magnifique. Front headlock. Oh! Shoten Kai!
Picking that up in the Doji Forest, I assume. And now, just stomping on the Nordique. We're just seeing that cruelty come out.
One! And a kick out at one from Le Magnifique, as you said. Curb stomp there, or a violent stomp is now, working over the kidneys of Le Magnifique. Diamond David, vicious.
It's interesting, too. We've seen Diamond David coming out without the rest of the generation behind him. It's seemingly just perhaps overconfidence on his part, but looking to make a statement by taking care of this himself.
Well, I can once again say that since he's out here on his own, we are definitely going to get a definitive winner to this match.
Absolutely, Turd. You're nothing if not a fortune teller.
Now Le Magnifique working over the arm there of, Diamond David looking to unscrew the ball and socket joint of the shoulder of Diamond David.
You work over that arm so he can drag it later. The classic strategy there from the Nordique.
Now, what I'm seeing is a lot of symmetry here. I'm seeing a lot of, I work your arm, you work my arm, I'm going to twist you up, I'll twist you up, I'm going to kick you in the butthole, so I'm looking for a butthole kick. There it is!
You have an interesting idea where the butthole is, as that seems to be in his upper back, but, I mean, Turd, you're drooling on the station here. Can you clean yourself up?
Where's that power washer?
If we've learned nothing else from the QAW action tonight, it's that human physiology and human anatomy can sometimes take on a life literally of its own, as Le Magnifique gets sent into the corner and clobbered, crushed from behind by Diamond David.
Yeah, who knows who might be fighting their own butthole next week.
A couple palm strikes to the side of the head. Magnifique out of trouble momentarily, and gets sent up and crashing down. Gravity doing its work.
Gravity is something that the Magnifique Nordique knows very well. Cover.
One. Kick out at one. The Magnifique showing that championship medal. As Diamond David, you can hear the laughs of almost Dulcim from Street Fighter 2.
Well, very well could be. Is he maybe going to unleash a tiger knee or a Hadoken of some kind, picking up, any number of those Taekwondo David techniques? But no, he's just stomping on the Nordique and punching him there. Just getting, again, just that vicious side just coming out.
Jawbreaker there from the Nordique. The champion looking to rally back. Float over DDT. Plants Diamond David.
Ooh.
The commissioner is out of it as, misses a corner dropkick. The Nordique getting sucked into a gravity well there.
Getting a little, frazzled there and just reverting to that choke.
Now, as I showed you earlier, Taekwondo David was shaking his head and getting all the learning out of him, and one of them learnings was where to put a kick.
Apparently, and Nordique setting up for something here. We saw him put away Diamond David with this 2 weeks ago as he locks him. There it is, the rings of Saturn.
Rings of Saturn locked in. It's not where Devlin's Advocate is from. He's from South Earth. Is this enough?
Almost certainly it is.
It's seeming that way. He's not there, but no, amazingly managing to just elbow his way out.
Diamond David fighting out of it on his own, as Turd mentioned earlier. No help from the Generation, as he was able to gut through that submission.
And now putting in Nordique into the Diamond DT.
Diamond DT just driving the top of the head.
Do we not call that the Taekwon DT?
2! We can now, Turd.
He's a man of many names, and apparently the Diamond DT is what is known as, and now just setting up in the corner. We've seen this again. This modified buzzsaw Dave single.
You can hear the fresh, never frozen beef ricocheting off the head. 1, 2, no! Le Magnifique able to withstand a single hamburger.
And sometimes you gotta kick the French and the Canadian out of somebody, and that only managed to kick the French out of them.
Yep, it might take 2 kicks or more to put down Nordique, and now mounting some kind of sequence here.
Nordique sent into the corner. Running back elbow. Oh! A great divide bringing down the Magnifique.
Wait, that's Juicebox's music.
Juicebox, who was in a hospital bed as recently as tonight. Nathan's back in the ring.
That's Ethan too.
Wait a second, that's Juicebox.
Oh my God, he's back. He's made a recovery, putting Diamond David in a last straw.
Last straw as Ethan now asked Juice to leave, and Juice does. That's very nice of him.
Respectful of Juicebox, but he came in. He wanted to get Diamond David back for that. He is
1, 2. No, not enough to keep Diamond David down.
Turd, this wasn't clean at all.
I'm shocked. I'm speechless. The rules of wrestling clearly state. Whoa! My beer came back.
Oh my God, we've all aged a little bit, but now that arm drag on Diamond David, Magnifique Nordique taking control.
1, 2. No! Diamond David able to kick out.
Nordique busted open at some point.
My goodness, maybe it's just residual catch-up from a modified Dave single.
But now putting him into it again. Takes him to the ground and now locking Diamond David in the Rings of Saturn. Is that it?
This interplanetary hold has been strapped into Diamond David. Is he man enough? No, he can't withstand 2. Le Magnifique retains.
My goodness.
My God, Juicebox coming in, hitting Diamond David with the last straw, and Ethan making his sudden reappearance. And then that was the only chance that Nordique needed, hitting him with the Rings of Saturn and his masterful arm drag. The Magnifique Nordique retains his Intergalactic Championship, and now what is next for Diamond David? He's got to be pissed.
Our scrupulous commissioner not able to crown himself champion tonight, as he has to face the rest of the Generation, who either have some kind of accomplishment equivalent to a championship like the Doctor, or have gold themselves.
I think that he may have to show them that he's got a fancy headband. That counts a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what counts, folks. Follow on Twitch. Please give us a follow, where QAW Pandemic is every single Thursday night on Twitch. Please like, share, subscribe. And thank you so much for watching tonight, folks. Thank you, Turd Tahoe.
Yeah, tell him Turd sent you on that Twitcher.
Thank you, Mike. And also, always remember, love
Lloyd,
you.
have mercy!
And love you.